There are just so many food centres in Singapore, and one of the ways, as we head up here, that people in Singapore decide whether the food is good is by looking at the queue. If there is a long queue, then the food must be good, right? Because why would people spend time in the queue if the food isn't good, right? I don't know. So how do we find out? Well, you have a place, you have a video, you have a reference, you have a series where you can find all this out, and not only at one food centre but many food centres around Singapore. So what happens is, well, you will be able to find out when you go to a food centre whether this queue is worth the queue, or this one. What about this one? That one? What about this one? Whether it's worth the queue. Yes, so we are having another Worth the Queue episode. So join me after the intro. Worth the queue, worth the queue. Is it worth the queue? Worth the queue, worth the queue. Is it worth the queue? I think so. I don't know. Maybe. Yes, no. I don't know. Worth the queue. Welcome back. We are at Amoy Street Food Centre. A food centre, as you can see, which is very, very busy during lunchtime. And most of the stores have a queue. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use some value judgment to find out, explore this place, and to keep coming back here and keep looking at the queue and spot places where people actually queue up to eat the food. And then I will try the food, and then I will tell you whether it's worth the queue, which is the name of this episode of this series. And we are at Amoy Street Food Centre. And so what we're going to do now is we're going to go to this row here and to our first queue and eat some food. Should we try the food here? Definitely. And the food here is over here at this store here, the second last store. And the first store in this series is from this store called Masni's Family. And here what they sell is they sell Malay noodles and also like kueh and snacks. But what we're going to try here is their food. So the first one we try here is their mee rebus. And we also ordered a burger deal, which is like a potato croquette. So in total, it cost me $3 for the noodles and 50 cents for the burger deal. So one thing that's good here is the gravy. The gravy you see here with the noodles is really, really good, full of spice and spicy. And this is the exact taste that you expect to get from a Malay mee rebus. Very good. And when you taste the gravy, you also can get nice peanutty flavor in the gravy, and it's more sweet than savory, but still a very good mee rebus, done very well. The noodles have a bite to it, and the burger deal or the potato croquette soaks up the gravy nicely and it melts in your mouth. So here they do their mee rebus very well, and if you come here for the mee rebus, you will not be disappointed. Next up is actually their mee siam, which also cost me $3. And here, the mee siam here, the soup or the broth here, surprisingly is quite sweet and quite sour, but it's not unpleasant. And then when you taste the soup or the broth, you can also get a peanutty flavor, and also you can know that the broth is cooked using prawn shells. Then the sambal you see there actually gives it additional spicy kick, and everything here is all covered, all flavored by this delicious mee siam broth. So here, this store here, the queue is short. During lunchtime, people will queue up and they should prepare the dishes quite fast. So that's why the queue is quite short. And if you're looking for Malay noodles, Malay food, this place will not disappoint. And if you're coming here to queue, I would say this place is definitely worth the queue. And after our first meal, we'll be heading to our next store, which is in the next row. So what we do is we just need to go up here for a while, turn right, and then go down the next stairs to go to the next row of foods. Yes, so we're going to come here and look for some food. And what we're going to find here? Well, it's this store here that's closed at the moment, but when it's open, this place here does have a queue because it's a very popular place, and the name of the place is called Huanji. And what this place sells, actually they sell zhizha dishes, or they actually cook dishes for you, or you can either order their noodles, which they also can cook for you. So this shop here, like I said, during lunchtime, people actually do queue up. The queue here is not too long, but you must remember one thing: they actually cook the dish for you here. So they will do the preparations beforehand, and then when it's time to cook, they'll start cooking the dish for you. So the food here may take some time, but it's still cooking very fast. So what I did was I came here at another time to have some dinner here. Here what I ate was I have some potato stalks with sambal, which is nice and spicy. So if you like the flavor of sambal, this is a very good dish for you. And also potato stems, something that you don't normally eat outside of Southeast Asia. Then you will have here is tofu. This is the Japanese soft tofu with assortment of fish and seafood. Also flavored quite nicely, done very nicely, eaten together with rice. And then I also ordered their chicken wing, which they also flavor very nicely, crispy, crunchy, and freshly cooked. So if you do like to have dishes to eat together with rice, this is a good place to come for that. And they also open during the evening time. But what I also came here for is this dish here, which is their noodles. So this is their crispy noodles, which cost me $5.50. So their noodle dishes here will cost you around this price. They also sell like hor fun or other types of cooked fried noodles. So they'll be around this price. So first of all, for these particular noodles, they are crispy noodles. The noodles here is crispy and also soft, depending on how long the noodles are in this broth here. Broth here will be nice. It's the same broth that they use for the hor fun, which is savory, slightly starchy, but goes very well with the noodles. The ingredients here is fresh and well cooked. The meat here, the prawns soft and tender. Then you have the vinegar from the green chili, which also gives it a slight zing and tang, which is very nice and complements this dish very well. So if you like fresh cooked food, you like noodles freshly cooked, you can come here. The queue will be slightly longer than normal because they have to cook each dish individually, but the food here is good, a bit expensive, but worth the queue. And right next door to this shop is another shop called Sub Thai Food, and what they sell here is Thai food. Yes, somehow in this food center, like Thai food, Vietnamese food, soup sells very well. And this shop here, that sells Thai food, which they cook as per order. The queue here is also short, but you need to wait for the person to cook the dish individually for you. So if you're at the end of the queue during peak hour, the wait may be a bit. You have to wait a bit. But what I ordered from here is their basil chicken rice, which cost me $5. First of all, I must say, they actually put in enough basil into the meat here to actually flavor this dish, and this dish here has a very good basil soya sauce flavor. And the chicken, they cut it up into such small pieces that I can't even tell the difference whether it's chicken or pork. But here, this is chicken meat, and here I must say it is quite spicy. When they asked me my spiciness level, I said medium, but it's actually quite spicy. So if you do like Thai food, they do the flavors here well, but whether I would queue up here if the queue is too long, not really. The food here is adequate, but not worth the queue if you have to wait too long. And next door to the Thai food is another store that has a queue during lunchtime. And I suspect that there's a queue here because they sell very simple food where you can choose what items you want. So they have deep fried meats like chicken or pork, but then you can choose it to eat together with tofu, vegetables, together with rice. So depending on what you want to eat, you can actually pick and choose what you want. So that is why this store here, I suspect, is popular because of that. So I ordered some of the items together to eat with rice, and it cost me $3.20, which is quite an affordable price. So what you have is, you have one vegetable, tofu together with meat, which is a pork chop. So what I say is, items here cooked average. The pork chop size is a bit small, the portion size. The curry was okay, interesting. The vegetables cooked well, just that the sauce doesn't actually penetrate into the vegetables, and I suspect it's the same sauce they use for the tofu too. The tofu was okay. Overall, quite average. Nothing to shout about, nothing really special, but I suspect it's because it is mixed rice, the price is affordable, and because of that, people line up to eat the food. But if I had to line up, I don't think I would line up for this. It's just too average. It's food you can get everywhere. Now we're actually heading to the next row to find some food. And the store we're heading to actually sells fish soup. And during lunchtime, the queue here, there's actually a queue for this fish soup here at this first floor. And the name of the shop is called Ahai Fish Porridge and Seafood Soup. And here, they actually sell sliced fish soup. And they actually cut the fish beforehand and actually display it in the fridge in front of the store there. And here is what I ordered from them, which is their sliced fish soup, which cost me $5 for the soup and extra 50 cents for the rice. So what I must say here, first of all, they cook the soup here very well. The soup, if not mistaken, they actually flavor the soup or add flavor into the soup by boiling it with some kind of dried fish, which gives it a very nice, good flavor to it. Soup here is light, but still has a very nice flavor. And the fish here, because they kept it in the fridge, it has a very nice bite texture to it when you bite into it. I like it because the fish pieces are thick and also very fresh, and they also give you a generous portion of vegetables, sufficient pieces of fish slices for your meal. And if you do not want to go upstairs to try other fish soup or to line up to eat hanki, then this place here makes a very good fish soup and also a place that is worth the queue. And next up, we are heading further down this road here to go to a very famous shop. This shop here, a lot of people come here to eat the food, and people start lining up even before the store opens. And it's at this end here, and the name of the store is called the Noodles Store. And here they sell noodles, or Singaporean. What they call themselves is, they call themselves some kind of like a Singaporean ramen store. And their price is pricey for hawker food, but people still queue up to eat their noodles. How I would describe the food is, it's like a bowl of ramen, a bowl of wonton noodles with elements of Japanese ramen cooking style, with traditional wonton noodle, with lots of Japanese inspired ingredients. So I ordered this dish here, the small portion, which cost me $9, which is a bit expensive for hawker food. First of all, the noodles here, nice and springy, a very nice bite texture to the noodles. Then you have the chili. The chili here gives it a very interesting, very fragrant, unique flavor, which goes very well with the noodles. But it also makes up your taste buds and brings it to attention. It is not spicy, but it's quite tasty. Then you have this fried noodle prawn, which is crispy and very flavorful, very savory. Then the wonton, which is soft and tender. The skin here extremely soft. And then inside the wonton, you actually have one whole prawn inside each of the wonton. Then you also have the egg, which is like an onsen egg. then the noodles are good and complements each other. The pork belly cooked until it's nice, soft and tender. Very nice pork char siu flavor. Very good. The soup is also interesting. Something like a miso mixture of miso and chicken soup. And overall, a very unique dish, a very interesting dish that you cannot find anywhere else in Singapore. The queue here is extremely long, especially during peak hour for lunchtime. The price is expensive, but if you want to try a good bowl of noodles, a Singaporean style ramen, which is something what they market themselves as, then it's worth the queue, because you cannot find this dish anywhere else in Singapore. And lastly, directly opposite from a noodle story is this place called Fish Tales. And what they sell here is they sell fishball noodles, which they have handmade fishball or meatballs with noodles. So this place here also has a short queue, but people do come here and they like to come to eat the noodles here. So I also ordered the noodles, the small portion. It cost me $3.50. I ordered their mee pok noodles, dry version, their fishball noodles, and it cost me $3.50. First of all, the handmade, you can, when you bite into the fish balls and fish cake, you can tell that it's not your usual factory made fish balls and fish cake. So if you do like that, then you can come here and try that. Then you have their noodles here, which they cooked it quite well. Good noodle texture to the noodles. Then the taste is a bit light, and what you can taste most of is actually just the taste of the noodles. So it's but what people do come here for, I think what people like to eat here is actually the fish ball, which has a nice bouncy bite to it. And if you do like that, you can come here to try that. But for me, I felt that it's not really that if there's a queue, I wouldn't actually queue up to eat the food. It's just quite ordinary, just like the fish ball and fish cake is slightly better than normal. And that brings us to the end of our episodes, our Worth the Queue episodes. I hope you have enjoyed what we've seen here so far. And how was it? Did you enjoy it? Was it interesting? And if you want to find out more about the queues in Amoy Street Food Centre, what you can do is you can join me next week for the next episode of Worth the Queue, where I will continue our journey here at this food centre. And as per usual, you know what to do. The usual stuff that you should be doing every time is to like my video, share my video, and also subscribe to my channel. And whatever else you want to do is up to you. Well, is there anything else I forgot to cover? Well, if there is, then put it in the comments down below. Anyway, thank you very much. See you next time. Bye bye.